Welcome to the Tantra and Yoga podcast. These podcasts are recorded live at Anutara Ashram with Artemis and Bhairav in the Nishka Nation of northern BC, Canada. They bring clarity to some of the fundamental questions by spiritual seekers along the path of awakening.
Can you speak of the union that you two had and even how it helps the spiritual practice having the union?
I think in some ways it's something that we don't even understand, really. I mean, in terms of the profundity that having a life partner who's also your spiritual partner, in one, that we're both walking the same path, what that really means, only we feel the gifts of, but don't really understand how that works, I think. So the question is, how is it? What is it like? Can you reiterate?
Just to your spiritual practice, what does it help?
Yeah. When we got married in a spiritual way by Guruji. And so he connected our energies so that we're one. And I believe that even if you were to get married spiritually by anybody, that's also what's happening. Just to backpedal a little bit to your last question about the marketplace, with someone like Guruji, the tradition is alive. It's not a regurgitation of script. It's not an interpretation of what past people have said. It's fully alive. And so that's also, there's something to be said for that as well, because then when we're married or anything like that, you're receiving this from a tradition that's alive, this wedding of your energies. So I feel for myself, I can say that we kind of propel each other forward in that he has a certain recognition and then I have that recognition, or I have a recognition and then he has it, or he does his sadhana and maybe undergoes a process with Guruji and I receive some gifts from that, and vice versa. So not only are we as you may expect, inspiring each other and supporting each other and walking each other home to a certain degree, but we're also I don't know, we're literally helping each other, because my sadhana is his sadhana and his sadhana is mine. And so in that way, we're double the benefits in a sense. And when I meditate for an hour and he meditates with me, we both just meditated for 2 hours, in a sense. Do you want to try to make that more clear?
Guruji once said that what it takes, a single practitioner, it takes 19 years to have some realization. For a couple, it takes 9. So I don't know how he came up with this, because there's a lot of other factors involved. But I don't think he came up with it either. It's not like him, let's do the math here. Here's 45, 46.5. He wasn't doing the math. It was something that was given to him. And so I could understand this in some way intellectually, that it's like this. But actually, it's not intellectual. It's a direct feeling. There's a before that that proper spiritual union, and I would say, because all of the major religions treat it as a sacredness. It's not just like Tantra or something like this. They all treat it like a sacredness. And there all needs to be somebody who has been initiated to be able to do this, so that there is something that's sacred there. And I don't think it only...
like there needs to be a priest or something.
Yeah, there needs to be a priest or something. And so I think that a priest, for example, can do this, but it's at a completely different level when the person who's doing this is, for one, your teacher, your guru, and another one can kind of play with the energies in such a way to see this happening and to put that into play through his connection with the divinity. So, and it's also not something that is like being imagined, because something that's being imagined is something that's intellectualized. It's not intellectualized. It's something that's
a felt experience.
That's raw and a felt experience. I guess previous to marriage, it always felt something like there was an energy being lost. There was something being lost in the interaction, both like at a personal level and at a romantic and sexual level. But after this union with Guruji, then that is no longer felt. It's an enrichment. It's actually like putting those blocks again. And
in like ways of my life that I would not have expected. Like both of us, I can say, at least for myself, I never thought I would get married. I didn't really believe in it, especially coming from a divorced family, and I had no examples of a healthy relationship. And for a long time, I believed in open relationships and free love and things like this. But I can say that there's like a power and a support that's provided when you have this kind of union, and not just two people physically coming together, but also having that energy of being married. And it brought blessings to all areas of life, even my family. Some deep healing suddenly just happened for people in my family in this wedding happening. And it's not like they said, oh, we're happier now because you're married, or now we can get along because you're married. But it was like the moment that they knew, suddenly forgiveness came into the family, and old relationships were able to be rekindled. And it's really indescribable though too, where I feel like we're grappling at sticks here.
Thank you for joining us in our Q&A for today. If you'd like to continue on your path of Tantra and Yoga, be sure to visit the description of this podcast, where you'll find a link to a free Tantra course on mantra meditation, an in-depth Tantra meditation course, our community membership, as well as our teacher trainings. We have 200, 300, and 500-hour certified Yoga Alliance trainings that blend traditional and contemporary methods so that you can learn and teach authentic yoga in the modern world. We hope to see you at our school. Hari Om.